Iowa Live, and want to welcome a good friend of ours to the studio because when you talk bacon, your name is almost synonymous with bacon now, Brooks Reynolds, and that's got to make you feel good, doesn't it?
My mom is very happy.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
Very proud.
But we're talking about all the bacon activities that you've been involved with recently.
Correct.
All right. For example.
So we just got back from Japan.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Nick Jones and, from Birkwood Farms and Cassie Bailey from the Iowa Sister States. We were in Japan for 2 weeks for the second Japan Bacon Festival. We actually had some of those folks here in February for a segment, and it was great. It was our second year. We had, 6,000 pounds of pork. Yeah, that was a parade we were in actually the week prior. That was a 100-day celebration before the 500-year celebration of the founding of Kofu. So it was a party for a party.
Wow.
They know how to party over there in Japan, let me tell you.
How long were you over there?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw you the other night at the Catch Des Moines event,
Right.
I hadn't even been home for 24 hours.
No way. So you just arrived back from there. Because we saw your videos that you were posting as you were over there. You had a ball over there.
Oh, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does the event last that long, or the event is just a few days during that time?
The event was only 2 days.
Other things?
It was the 29th and 30th, but we go over because we do some pre-events.
Okay.
Nick Jones sends over, I'm not sure how much pork, but he met with some of his business associates over there. Cassie had some meetings. We did a food showcase in Tokyo one night. We were in a parade, as you saw earlier. It takes a lot of effort to put together a food festival for we had about 10,000 people. We did have some weather issues.
Yeah.
Typhoon Trami did descend upon us on Sunday. So we had to shut down a little earlier. Did you see the video with my hair?
No, I didn't see the one with your hair, no. Kind of a mess?
Oh, it's all... we walk out of dinner on Sunday night, and it's probably blowing 60, 70 miles per hour, and it's howling. It's sustained gusts, and so we had to take down the tents earlier because, it would have been...
It was the calm before the storm.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. No, Nick, your product, is very special. People around Iowa know the quality of pork that you produce. But what was the reception when you were in Japan about your pork in particular?
Well, the Japanese love Berkshire pork in general. So to have a American Berkshire bacon, they were just lining up.
Really?
In the rain for all day.
Did they not have Berkshire bacon in Japan before that? Or not the way that you do it?
I'm thinking, because when I think Japan, I don't think bacon, of course. So
you're right. And the way they cook stuff, it's a lot different. They like it soft, so they barely cook it, and then they just kind of eat it kind of like a ham. And they use cherry blossom wood to smoke, so it's very subtle, where ours is a little more bolder flavor because we use apple and hickory smoke. And we here in America like crispy bacon, so
yes, we do.
Everyone just lining up to try it. So we sent over like 900 pounds of bacon, and it was
you served it up.
nonstop.
Did you serve it up how wheat crispy?
Oh, yeah.
And all of that? And how did that go over?
It went well. It did rain pretty much all day Saturday, the first day.
Yeah.
But it rains in Japan, and they're
accustomed to it.
They're accustomed to it. They're not as scared of weather as we are, I would say, here in the U.S. And they were lining up, and we started at 11 o'clock Saturday morning. We probably had 1,000 people there within the first 10 minutes.
Wow!
And they did line up. And we started cooking bacon at 9 a.m. and we cooked probably 200 pounds in that 2 hours, and we went through that in an hour. It just was
for sure.
going out very
Non-stop.
quick.
Now, did you bring your own cooking devices with you, or did you get them there? Because you sent the bacon over, but how did you cook them?
We cooked them on griddles, just kind of like a big, 2 foot by 3 foot griddles. There were a couple that were about 3 foot by, was it 5 feet?
Yeah,
those big ones.
Those were nice.
We actually we reached out to the Yokota military base. Like, can we borrow your griddles? They were like, no.
Well, you gave it a shot.
Yeah, we gave it a shot. So, their cooking equipment is a lot different than we are. They don't have convection ovens. So we, here, sometimes you try to pre-cook bacon.
Right.
Just to kind of get it, so that the morning of the event, you can cook more of it quicker. It's just a little different. And, but yeah, that's the hardest thing about putting on a bacon festival is cooking all the bacon.
And now, is there much of us, I'm going to ask a silly question, but is there much of a pork market in Japan?
Oh yeah, it's huge.
It is?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is. We actually work with U.S. Pork and the United States Meat Export Federation. The U.S. currently exports $1.6 billion worth of pork
with a B.
to Japan. That's just Japan.
Wow.
Mexico is 1.5 billion. China is 1.5 billion. We export, I think, like 180 million to Colombia. It's all, You know, U.S. pork, you know, I'm not sure the exact number. I think it's almost 30% of U.S. pork is sent abroad.
Okay.
So it is. It is our largest by value. I mean, they get a lot of the higher end cuts. You know, one of the things we did add this year was pork loin. You know, that's kind of the meat that they're trying to. I mean, bacon is. People do buy bacon, but you know it's pork loin, which is the higher value cut. It's a CT butt, which is kind of isn't a CT butt just like a pork butt?
It's a butt, but it's like the heart of a shoulder butt.
Okay,
Yeah.
like the real tender.
Is it the money muscle?
It's money muscle's included in that. Yes. So you start with 10 pounds and then get down to like 4.
Okay.
Do they raise much in
yeah.
Japan of their own?
Yeah. They raise a lot of Berkshire pork over there and pork in general.
So Cassie, what was your experience?
My experience was great. This was my second year going with Bacon Festival. But it's always great to see the clash of what they turn our Bacon Festival into. So it's a great mix of the Japanese culture and our culture. So it's really unique how they make everything their own, but still keep some of the same that we do.
Now, is there anything that they did that you were able to see firsthand that you want to bring back and incorporate into ours?
I think I love seeing they have little pigs on parade.
Pigs on parade.
Little kids.
Little kids with little hats that have the pig on them, and they're normally a lot of the volunteers' kids, so everybody comes out to see them, or they're doing a dance, so it was really just cute to see all these little tiny pigs walking along.
There you go.
Will you bring some of that Japanese flavor back to your
We will.
festival here?
We actually last year they had a food booth, so they made it was kind of like a spam mushibi, which was they have like some rice, bacon with some seaweed that's wrapped around it.
Okay.
They will have actually a theme bar next year. We'll showcase Yamanashi wine.
Okay.
So Iowa and Yamanashi are sister states, and Yamanashi is the largest wine region of Japan. It's kind of near the base of Mount Fuji, so mountainous. I mean, we saw they had a bunch of grapes, like that was I think it was $15 or something.
Yeah.
Like
Seriously?
one bunch.
For a bundle?
Yeah, it's some of the best, you know, fruit growing regions of Japan. So we'll showcase some of that. I'm not sure exactly what else they're going to do, but they'll kind of have they'll put their own spin on it.
But they'll come here and be part of what we have to offer.
We were
them,
actually talking about what we're going to have them do they're going to be here for a week. So you know, they'll probably go on a tour of one of Berkwood Farms, family farms, probably Hilldale near Marshalltown.
Okay.
You know, they'll go to Jethro's. Dominic Inarelli actually came over with us. He made a char siu marinated pork loin sandwich with bacon and a papaya slaw.
Yeah,
so that was great. But unfortunately he couldn't be here this morning. But we'll take him to Jethro's to eat. They'll go to the World Food Prize. We'll kind of showcase them. You know, show everything.
And when are they coming? Let's speaking of the Bacon Festival.
That's February 16th.
Okay.
So they'll probably be here on February 11th, and we'll have some fun stuff for them to do.
Okay. And when can people start clamoring for tickets for the event?
We haven't announced that yet. We're not sure.
That's what I was hoping to get out of them today.
Probably November-ish.
November-ish?
Ish.
Okay, yeah. And these tickets, again, they go fast.
Yes.
So you want to make sure you take advantage of that. And
But now you're global, so they can take part in the one here, and then what other countries are you going to be
Well,
traveling
we
to?
do an event in Iceland, so that was actually we've done that for 8 years.
Wow.
But next year is the Year of the Pig on the Chinese zodiac calendar. So I don't know, we may try to go to Korea or China. Or,
all right. Just
Very nice.
keep expanding your world.
yeah, Cassie, don't we have a sister state in China?
We do. Hebei, China. That
Yeah.
is very active.
Yeah.
Also, just like Yamanashi. So maybe.
All right, so we got a lot of things gearing up. Again,
Yep.
you know, February's not that far away.
That's right.
And then the sooner you get closer to ticket sales going up for grabs, you let us know.
I will.
We'll definitely talk about it. But again, the word is bacon, folks, and it's all
Smells
about the
good
bacon.
in here this morning.
Wonderful. Thank you, man, for coming
Thank
in.
you.
And
Thanks for having
like
us.
you had a great time in
Yeah,
Japan.
always.
And looking forward to Bacon Fest coming up again in a matter of months right here in Iowa, where it all started. We'll be back.